All right, so we are live. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Today, we're not talking about money. Today, I have an amazing, amazing guest. All right, there's two ways to add her. All right, you should see my request. Perfect. There she is. Amazing, amazing.
Hey, girl!
Hello, Cleoni. How are you? How are you?
I am wonderful. I am wonderful. How are you?
Awesome. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Now, we have just come off of doing a LinkedIn Live where we talked a little bit about who you are, about your journey, and about some very insightful information into what's happening mental health wise in the GTA, and some insights that you have in terms of some of the things that are happening and that have happened in the past. All right. Before we dive into this interview, just to give you your accolades, say that you are somebody that I've known for some time. I've watched you grow. I've watched you heal. I've watched you come into your own, and you've been persistent at some things. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and all that has been happening with Cleoni Crawford?
Well, Cleoni Crawford, let's just say, who is she, first of all? My name is Cleoni Natasha Crawford, and I am a best-selling author of 3 books. One is called The Music of My Life. The second is called 30+1 Resilient Stories. And the third is called Landed for Success. I am also a mental health speaker and advocate. I am a podcast host of a podcast called Resilient Minds 365, which is on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and so forth. And what else? I'm also the founder of a support group, which is on hold right now.
Nice.
Which is called Resilient Christian Minds, which is a support group to help people who have mental health challenges, who are Christians, in the Christian community. I'm a mother to a 6-year-old son who is autistic. So that I have my hands full.
And gifted,
autistic
and
gifted.
Yes.
And
we're not just saying that. We're not just saying that, ladies and gentlemen. I actually cited that a couple of years ago and mentioned it to Cleoni, and now she has his daycare saying to her that it's a very, very high likelihood, right? I am an educator. Special education is my specialist. Yes. I'm guidance trained, right? So it's based on making those observations from a place of training, right? Why I said that to Cleoni, and it does seem like it concurs with what the other professionals are saying as well. All right, so back over to you. Pardon me there.
Right. And I'm a former fashion designer. I was a fashion designer for 8 years. I've been on CTV. I've been on 100 Huntley Street, Toronto Life, CBC, and a few different other and Global Mail. So that's Cleoni Crawford. That's me. I'm a happy person. And I'm also a Christian who loves gospel music, who loves and good music. Not just gospel music, but I just love good music. So that's who I am. That's me in a nutshell.
Awesome. Powerful. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey? Like, why are you associated with with mental health at all? Thanks so much to our guests, by the way. Kadeen, that poet, the Laugh Factory, Style Fashion 244. There's somebody asking, how have you been? LK Stoner 420. That sounds like your guest, somebody that you might know. I don't know.
Yes, I know
Liam?
him. He's
Liam?
Liam.
Oh, all
He's
right,
my
cool,
little
cool,
friend.
cool.
I was a mentor to him. Yeah.
Okay,
So
powerful.
so yeah, yeah. So who I am is okay, my journey with
Mm-hmm.
mental health began in 2006. In 2005, I was in my last year of university,
Okay.
and I was starting a nonprofit to help people in the Black community to connect with mentors.
Oh,
And I was finding myself very energetic, let's just say,
okay.
in another word, but also grandiose. And I didn't
Okay.
understand those feelings. And then one day, all of that lovely high feeling of, energy came crashing down, where I didn't want to comb my hair, didn't want to brush my teeth, didn't want to do anything. I was just done. I was
Wow.
done. And so I took myself to CAMH and I checked in and I found out that I had bipolar disorder. So I went to see a psychologist for about 6 months. And at the end of the 6 months, I started to feel better.
Mm.
And then I told a church sister that I was happy that I finally knew what was wrong with me. And then she basically said, "No, sister, don't believe it. That's from the devil." So
Oh,
for the next 6 years, as traumas started to increase,
wow.
I didn't recognize that I thought I was under a demonic attack,
Right.
but I
It was more
actually had
emotional.
bipolar. Yeah, it was more
Okay. Wow.
emotional. I had bipolar. So what happened was, um, I I had lost so some of the traumas that happened was I lost my sister in a car accident, and I lost my cousin, and then I lost my aunt, and then I lost my job.
Wow.
And when I lost my job, I think that, and my apartment, I lost my apartment due to a flood. So I lost a lot of things, and all these traumas just keep, and stress just kept building and building to the point that I just couldn't, I guess I probably couldn't handle it anymore. And I became manic. And then from the mania started a hospitalization, and then another hospitalization, and another, and traveling, and homelessness, and incarceration, and 30 hospitalization in total to date. Um, two incarcerations plus some jail time, um, homelessness, and a suicide attempt. So it was just it was very challenging for me. What I had gone through, I had went through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time 2015 happened, I decided to go, change. After accepting that I had bipolar disorder, because it took a while, and deciding to take medication, I decided that I was going to go back to this program. I decided to take this program at George Brown College called Transition to Post-Secondary Education. So I took the program, and when I took the program, it helped me to turn my life around and to realize my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when I realized that, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear more stories of people sharing, talking about mental health and their struggles and how they were able to overcome. Because I don't know who these people are.
Right.
Because what I had found myself doing was Googling famous people with mental
Oh,
health challenges,
wow.
because I was like, I just felt like I was called for a greater purpose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to identify with people who were able to do great things despite their mental health challenges. So what I ended up doing is by 2015, I started interviewing people. And
Okay.
yeah, I started interviewing people about mental health, saying, is this a good idea? Do we need to talk about? Why should we talk about? Why is it important? And then that turned into the podcast, which started in 2020. And then from there, I ended up graduating from school, where I'm done. I'm
Okay.
a addictions and mental health worker
Ooh.
from Centennial College as of June the 12th. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. A professional in the field.
I'm a professional in the field now. So yeah. And now what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to start my own nonprofit.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
You've already added significantly to the community here. And
Yes.
I'm here, to support you in ways that I can afford to, based on, what I have on my plate. But
I do.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so let's get into the meat of the matter a little bit.
Let's do it.
In terms of the topics. Oops, I had it up and then okay, there we go. Whoops. All right, so question number 1. In your estimation, what seems to be the main cause or causes of mental health problems in Canada?
Okay, well, that's a tough question because there are many root causes to mental health challenges in Canada. But I would say that stress and trauma are some of the root causes to mental health problems. And this can be stress from work, from home, from lack of finances, emotional stress of not fitting in due to the stigma or trauma that is caused from adulthood or childhood. Wow. So I would say that, if you want to ask me. It's a number of things.
Powerful. Powerful. Okay. What are some community programs that you know about that service persons with mental health concerns in the GTA or in Ontario?
Okay. Well, there are many community programs that service people with mental health challenges, such as CMHA, which is the Canadian Mental Health Association. There's CAMH, which is the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health. There's the Mood Disorders Association of Ontario. There's Strides Toronto, which is kind of mix what they do.
Okay.
There's the Mental Health Commission of Canada for the mental health first aid course, if you're looking to take that course. There's the Connects website, which has a lot of goodies and information about mental health and everything you can find about mental health. And there's Taibu, which is the Taibu Toronto Crisis Center, which is a Black racialized center.
I was affiliated with them. I have sickle cell trait, so
okay. So they provide support to people in the racialized communities in Scarborough to help them, like more short-term help with mental health, like for crisis help. So whenever the police, instead of having the police dispatch, you would have a crisis worker come to your home or to your place of wherever you are to help you in your crisis, to prevent you from being arrested. So or sent to the hospital. So it's a new program. It's a pilot program.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a brand new program. It's a beautiful program. I love it because we need that. It's because a lot of people are criminalized when it comes to mental health.
Yes.
So this pilot program that is set up in Toronto right now is amazing. I love it.
Very cool.
So that's just some of the resources that are available. There's a whole lot more.
Of course there would be. Thank you so much, Cleoni. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you think there's a mental health crisis in the GTA, and do you see it improving with time?
I would say there is somewhat of a mental health crisis in the GTA. There are a lot of reasons because there's so many socioeconomic factors to why people have mental health problems in the first place. So, however, I do see it improving because more people are talking about mental health now than in the past.
Mm.
So now more people are getting help, and we have resources like BetterHelp, an app where you can get counseling on your phone,
Okay.
And therapy for Black girls, and so many different online sources and different people who are helping, who are talking about mental health,
Amazing. Amazing.
So as we keep talking about mental health and sharing our stories, the stigma that is attached to it, especially in the Black and religious community,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm a member of.
Yes, yes.
As you can see, I got the melanin. I see that it will improve over time, and we just got to just keep talking about it. As long as we keep talking about it, then we will see more resources come out, and people will be able to get the resources that they need to help people with mental health challenges.
Indeed, 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 indeed. All right. So, cherry on top question. I mean, I love your responses and how profound and what's the other word? They're very informative yet concise. And I love that about you. You keep it simple, sweet, but there's a lot of like solid meat in there. So it's good. It's great, actually. It's great. Question for you, Cleoni. If you were speaking with someone who is in an influential position in government, what advice would you have for them, or what suggestions would you have?
Okay. If I were to speak to someone influential in government, I would tell them that they need to put more money in mental health, psychotherapy, and case management. And actually, I wanted to, in the LinkedIn that we did before, I didn't mention something else.
Okay.
I want also more holistic treatment.
Yes. You did say it. You said it. You've said it in every interview. You said it. It came across. Yes.
Yeah, I want them to consider the holistic treatment options.
Yes.
Art therapy.
Yes.
Music therapy.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to add those two in there. Art and
music you didn't therapy. Earlier.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Because not only because you see, mental health can be treated not just by medication.
Indeed.
Let me just say that again. Mental health can be treated not just by medication. There's so many different factors. There's a whole pie of issues, of things and factors as to why people have mental health challenges in the first place. So you can't just say stick mental medication and that's going to solve the problem.
Indeed.
What you can say is, because remember, some people are struggling with housing, lack of better housing, and we know there's a housing crisis right now.
Yes.
People are struggling with finances. Do they have jobs? Do they have money to put food on their table? Is that the reason why they're stressed out? Are they going through emotional stress? Are they going through is it emotional stress? Is it relationship stress? Relationship problems? Inability to be able to talk with other people. There's so many factors. And even physical stressors that could be relating to your mental health. So, so when I say that we need more we need to invest in more psychotherapists and case managers, I think it's important because people need people who they can talk to.
Yes.
We need to be able to talk to people
so
that we can work things, so we can work it out.
Yes.
And we need a shorter wait times to see these people, because right now the wait times are too long. Some people are waiting 9 months to a year just to see a case manager or a psychotherapist. And then another thing, we need to make sure that these individuals are accessible financially, where we can be able to afford to see these other individuals, because it's very expensive. Some places are very expensive, and most people with mental health challenges are struggling with financial barriers and do not have access. So is this equality? Is this equity? It's not. You have to give them access. It's like you're denying them access. So by not providing the money there, and also providing the ability for them to access it. And the next thing I would say is, if we don't see shorter times, we may see, unfortunately, an increase in suicide attempts. And that's a sad thing. So we really need to take it seriously and put your money where your mouth is, baby.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Cleoni?
Yes.
I feel so relaxed. I feel so chill. I feel energized, but inspired and informed all at the same time. I want to thank you so much for your insight. I want to thank you for your expertise. I know that wherever you serve, in whichever communities you continue to serve, that you are an asset. We at Empower Her are very fortunate to have you in our I will say that without any kind of apology.
Right.
You are really, 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 truly appreciated. I have to say that. I have known you personally it's 2023. We met, I believe, it might have been either 2017 or 2018. I believe it was 2017 or 2018.
2017.
So right?
Yeah.
Right.
About there.
And you have been a strong supporter of Empower Her 101. I would like to say that you are the first official founding member, because I would be qualified as a member being the founder. And so really, yourself and Diana Jerry have been very instrumental in moving this organization forward. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
I'm excited to hear about other speaking opportunities that open up for you in colleges, universities.
Yes, speaking into existence.
Yes, other institutions where this combination of expertise and experience does not exist, especially with the intellect that goes with it. Right? Thank you. I know that your future is bright. I know that your bank account will fill up. I know that you will have wisdom as you move forward and pursue your purpose. God bless you and Godspeed. Thank you so much for hopping on, sister.
Thank you.
And see you next time.
Thank you, darling. Bye.
Wow.